Hello, and welcome back to Factorio. Today is something of a red letter day because we are going to make an artillery turret. And I'm going to set the limit of the artillery turrets. Where are we? There. I'm going to set the limit of artillery turrets to something really small, like 4. Because they're quite expensive, and at the moment I don't need very many. Artillery turrets fire artillery rounds. So, we're going to make an artillery factory. I don't want to build in here because I want to reserve this for things to do with the factory, with the shop. So this looks like it's an almost empty square. Let's build here. I like that. Okay, so let's do this step by step. So the artillery recipe is there. Good. It requires a radar, and as JD calls them, red lipsticks, which in turn require vanilla cannon shells. Let's just double check they do. Yeah, cannon shells, explosives. Alright, so this is our parts list. So let's do the radar first. Alright, so we only need one radar machine. Then we're going to be able to do a 2-to-1 on these to the shells. Is that right? This consumes 20 shells in a minute. Ah, this produces 9. Sorry, I got the ratios around the wrong way. So there we go. So that's roughly 2-to-1. And then I think these are 1-to-1. Yeah, they are. Okay, so that will run this slightly under, but not very much under. Sorry, this requires 20 shells. The pair of this produce 18. Yeah, so that's fine. So that's almost the right ratio, which is what we're going to run out. Okay. And then radars, electronic circuits, electric engines, steel beams, and iron mechanical parts. So this needs a steel beam maker and an iron mechanical part maker, and we're not going to be running this at full speed. I think running this at quarter speed is going to be absolutely fine. So let's have a look at what this would look like. This, does it require, yeah, it's got, so, excuse me, I'm going to need to belt in the radars and the electronic parts and the explosives. So I could bring 2 of those in one side. And 2 the other, and then have the output go out one side. So something like that. The explosives looks like it's something we need all over the place. Does this require explosives? Yes, it does. So everything seems to need explosives. Excuse me, got a bit of a frog in my throat. Okay. So this can be an explosives and something belt. Do I have any constant collimators? Yes, because my memory isn't great. Alright, so this is going to be shells on one side and explosives on the other. Good. So then this just needs explosives and shells. Okay, so we can put explosives on here. Yep. Then this is going to have 2 belts coming in. This is going to be electronic parts. Oh, explosives can come in from this belt. So so this is going to be electronic parts and radars. So let's mark these out. So these will be electronic parts and radars. We don't need this at all. That can go. That can go. And then we just need somewhere to output. And I think that's fine, that will fit. Let's trim this back a bit. Good. So that's what we're working with, and then this build can be put wherever. Alright, so we can feed that like that. These can both come from a belt on the side. This can output, and then it needs a second belt of materials here. So this would be something like that. Okay, so we can cut that and move it over here for now, just so it's out of the build. We can get to work on this. Okay, let's pull these up, put them down so I can remember them. Don't need that at all. This. Alright. Okay. So that's our build, I think. So that's only 4 shell making machines. But we do have a totally self-contained build, which, you know, makes me feel happy. So I think we can request in explosives here. Explosives, explosives. There. Okay. Good, then that gives us our split explosives and shells. That's not required. This can be a straightforward bit of belt. Then this one here, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. So this is going to be the electronic components, electronic parts, sorry. And again, this should only be feeding on half the belt. Because, maybe that's the way to do it. I'm just trying to think of the neatest possible way. There. Alright. We pull this up. So that could go there. I'm just thinking, so I need a green circuit and an electric engine input. I'm going to... I don't think this is the right place. Okay, so let's keep that in the copy buffer for a minute. So, green circuit. And red engines. Good. So So that is those inputs. And then I need iron and steel ingots. So I need 2 more inputs. So let's make this iron ingots and this steel ingots. There. Okay, so can we do this with... Okay, that's good so far. Then can we do the other half with these? I think we can. Yeah. Good. So this should be what we need. Then I need to put them somewhere. Now, do I want to truck them about? I think the answer is I do not know. I'm going to... I don't know if they stack in ones in this mod or if they stack in minis. But I do want to put them directly into... so let's put a loader there. I do want to put them directly in the network without trucking them about, because I don't know what they stack to. And... Alright, why do I not have any red passive providers? I don't know. I'll have to investigate that in a minute. In fact, I'll have to investigate it now, because I can't do anything more while I don't have passive providers. Okay, passive providers are being made over here somewhere. Here. Okay. So there's passive providers in the chest. So why... Passive provider container and passive provider chest. Okay. That's kind of weird. Passive provider container. There. Okay, so this should... I'm a bit confused there about chests and boxes, but I guess... Oh well, I guess there's reasons to do with mods, I assume. Okay, let's run up to our manufactory. So I can put down one of these now. And for now it's just one of those. Although I've got capacity to make quite a few shells, I don't want to make absolutely tons at the moment, partly because I want to control rate of fire. Okay, so all those trucks should be coming in. Now, the next thing I want is I'm going to put down a hotbar item for artillery turret. Okay, then the number one problem I currently have is up at the corner of my base. So we're going to run up there. I have put down some extra walls and some extra turrets because they were starting to break through, which isn't ideal. Okay, so what we're going to do is put down a turret here. And I'd like to set it up with a requester and a slow arm. And so everything I'm doing here is to control rate of fire, because I want to clear the bugs slowly and carefully. Okay, so I want this to bring in shells. There we go, artillery shells. I'm just going to leave the request to 1 for now. Okay, and then this needs powering. And this whole contraption obviously needs to be moved to somewhere it gets power. Does that fit? No. Okay, let's see if I can figure out a way to do this that fits. Okay, so the problem seems to be that these power lines are all connected to something else. Alright, let's try this once more. Okay, so it looks like we can get power from a substation. So I'm going to put it down there. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Good. Now, do we have any of these being made? No. Let's have a look at our make everything, because we set up the assembler for that quite a while ago. Okay, so there's 6 of these. So, yeah, so they do exist. Artillery turret is less than 4. 6 in the box. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm also not sure why we don't have one making its way over to us. Okay, let's do this the old-fashioned way. Oh no, here it is. Brilliant. And I've noticed lots of holes in the flooring, so we will fix that. Good. Okay, good. So, is there anything incoming here? No. It's these snapper biters which are the problem. They just take so long to kill. Alright, so why are we not making the artillery? That's not got a label on it. Okay. So what's the problem? No, that's our rocket build. This is our artillery build. So this has an item ingredient shortage. Because these are not being made. Okay, I've walked up that build somehow. Let's go have a look. It's a long walk, isn't it? Oh, the road's wrong here. Alright, let's fix that while we pass. Good. It's probably that I've forgotten one of the important ingredients, so let's work it back. This doesn't have cannon shells. Cannon shells need some items we're not feeding it. Okay, so it needs plastic, ceramic, and iron beam. Not explosives. So why did I think this needed explosives? I honestly do not know, but I don't really have an excuse. Okay. Let's clear this whole belt off. Good. Okay, and we can start off with the simple thing of plastic and ceramic. Where is ceramic? There it is. All right. Okay, and then iron beam. Okay, so we'll go for an out of ratio solution. Is that what we need? Yeah, that will Okay. And then we'll use the underground fix like that. So this is going to be iron beams. Sorry, iron ingots. Let's just double check. This is definitely iron beam. Yeah, iron beams from iron ingots. Good. So let's just take this bit. Okay, this last inserter is going to have to pick up from there. And there we go. So I'm sticking with the general theme of building things out of ratio a little bit for the sake of doing a lot of direct insert and within module builds. Later on, I can see that we will need to alter our plans once we start heavily modulating and beaconing things, but let's just check these are still safe. So this only requires 20 radars a minute. This would produce 150, so I think we're well within tolerance for radar production. Okay, trucks are out getting the plastic, ceramic and iron. What else did I want to do today? Well, basically that's it. I wanted to get, I wanted to get some artillery clearing our neighborhood out. Okay, so this is going. We're just waiting on the, there we are, ceramics going. These are crafting. These are crafting. Good. Okay, we have an issue here. Where these are putting onto the wrong side of the belt. Okay, let's clear this belt quickly. And I can drop the explosives into these machines just to get it out of my inventory. Okay, so we still need the explosives on this belt, and we need it to be on half the belt. Alright, let's just do it with a drop offset then. Is this working? Yes, it is. And a bot has picked up the shell. We're going to walk with the bot while I ask why we aren't doing a robot speed research. Do we have any robot speed research? We do not. Oh, there it is. Worker robot speed 3. Worker robot speed 4. And that's all we can do currently, but they're definitely worth doing, aren't they? 3 and 4. I'm going to do speed module 3, so that we've got them for the labs. And I'm looking for productivity module 3, but it doesn't seem to be on the list. What else can we do while we're here? Oh, productivity module 3, good. And call that it for now. I turned on the fluids listing a couple of episodes ago, and yeah, it's not great, is it? Okay, so it's making its way. We're reaching the point where I do need a dashboard, because I actually have no idea if we are bottlenecking on any of the intermediates or raw resources. Oh, don't charge. Don't charge. Come on, sort yourself out. Okay, so if it's going to take this long for a shell to make it, we're going to need to request more than one shell at a time. But I kind of want to leave it at 1, because if I have several turrets, I want them to be being provided in a round-robin fashion. So by requesting just one shell at a time, that ensures that one turret fires a shot and then the next turret gets around and fires a shot. It keeps the overall rate of fire really low. The reason I want a really low rate of fire is because I am quite worried, again, I'm quite worried that if we have a high rate of fire, that our defences will crumble. Okay, so here we come. It goes in. Go to the map view. It has destroyed a nest. Oh no, it's destroyed a spitter. That's fine. And somehow we've avoided being attacked with retribution and hellfire. So I like the idea of putting down a second turret. Oh, here they come. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. So the snappers, they just take a lot of killing. You can see there's a whole load of lasers on the same snappers. And they're so hard to kill. So it becomes quite important that we don't end up being swarmed with like hundreds of snappers at the same time, because we would just never survive that. So I'm quite happy with a low rate of fire for now, with spread out places where they target to. I'm quite happy with those 3 guns. We'll call it a day for those. Do we have another one on its way? We do. We have 1 shell on its way. This has 1 on its way. And this has 1. Good. So all those should be coming in. I see some bots. Here we are, another shell. So let's go to the map view. That should get shot in a moment. Yeah. Good. It seems to be targeting worms first, which is okay. I wish it would target the snapper nest first, but I guess that's how things are. And we still have more bots coming our way. Good. This looks like a logistics bot. Is this... Yeah, this is the next shell. So this should hopefully hit the snapper nest. No, it hit the not snapper nest. For reasons. Okay. And you can see that the snappers are making it through our defences. They're making it through the walls. We just don't have enough firepower. So, yeah, there's nothing I can do about this other than make sure that we have a low rate of fire. Here comes our 3rd gun. We are still waiting on the shell to be delivered to this gun. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here because this is going to be like watching paint dry for you guys. But our proof of principle is that it works. We can manufacture and shoot shells. The only other thing I want to have a look at is over here. How are these stacking? They're stacking to 1. Okay. So I'm going to uncap this. Yeah, it looks like we just have this situation where they stack to 1. That's all there is to it. It's not like some of the mods where they stack to loads. Okay, and we are running low on electronic parts. So it looks like electronic parts is our current bottleneck. So maybe next time we'll have a look at why that is. Let's look at the to-dos. We have done artillery shells. We are going to add new electronic parts bottleneck to figure out why we are low on those. It's going to be one of our inputs. Looks like it's batteries. But anyway, why we're low on batteries is a job for another day. So thanks for watching. I feel like we've had another productive time. We've done a thing. We have started to beef up our defenses, which is super awesome. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again very soon, and have fun. Bye-bye.